Welcome to SVCC TV. In this tutorial, I will demonstrate how to add content, specifically text content, into Blogger. Best case scenario, create, compose, add your content directly into Blogger, where you don't create it in Word and then copy it in, but you're actually creating the content and typing the content directly into Blogger. If you set up a template, this makes it easy. It's already formatted. You don't have to worry about the formatting and grabbing it from Word. Let's say you're used to working in Word, or you already have some documents created in Word and you need to grab that content. I'm going to show you a couple of ways to help you out. Word has some specific formatting that sometimes gets copied with the content, and occasionally that can mess up how the page renders in Blogger. So we're going to talk about how to work with Word if that is what you want to do. And then the third way, how to just copy directly from another web page. Perhaps you have your content somewhere else on the web and you're putting it into your blog. So I will demonstrate these ways to you. So let's take a look at Blogger. And I just happen to have this screen open where you can see I've opened up in SVCC Athletics a new post, and this is just the post that I created earlier, actually the template I created earlier with the formatting already set in here. So for this demonstration, obviously we've already discussed if I wanted to use this template and just start creating my content. So I would select this and enter my date. And then SVCC at, and I'm going to say VCC, enter the time. I'm going to select this, and I continue. Pretty basic. The good part about doing it this way is I don't have to worry about formatting. My formatting is already set. I can then save my post. Pretty simple. So let's say you have an article in Microsoft Word and you want to use that article's content. So here's an example of an SVCC baseball game. You see I already have this selected, and I want to add this content to my page. So I'm going to highlight this, I'll copy this. I can also use Control-C, and I can paste this information directly into my page. And I'm using Control-V, my keyboard shortcut, to paste this. So it looks pretty good, and sometimes you'll luck out and the formatting will look pretty good, but let's take a look at some things in the HTML code that can sometimes cause problems. So in this code, this div class MSO normal, this code tells me that I've copied and pasted it from Microsoft. Sometimes it works great, doesn't mess up the formatting, but I've worked in Blogger before where someone else has copied and pasted from Word and it has messed up the formatting. So you just need to be careful with that. Let's go back to my Compose view. I click on my Compose button and I'm going to undo this and get back to my page. So one way to get around that is I can actually open up Notepad. And to do that, Notepad is found under Accessories, and if you're using Windows, so I'm going to use Accessories, and then I find Notepad under that. So all programs, Accessories, and then Notepad. So I just open up Notepad, and I'm just going to paste this information, same content from Word, into this. Select it again, copy it again, come into my Blogger, Control-V, paste this in. Now let's look at our HTML. As you can see, those div tags, the MSO that identifies it's Microsoft, cut from Microsoft Word, is no longer in there. So that gets rid of that formatting. And then if I want to indent, add content, that works. So let's undo this, and I'll show you yet another way that can work. So I already have, actually I need to go back to my Word document. I'm going to copy this content from Word, Control C, my shortcut. This time I'm going to click on my HTML to view this content in HTML view. And you can see here it already has font size small, and I'm going to select this paragraph content, and I'm going to use my shortcut, my keyboard shortcut, Control V, and I'm going to paste it in here. So by pasting it in the HTML code in the area that I want, it does not keep that formatting, the formatting that Microsoft Word likes to put in it. So I've pasted it in here. Notice I don't have paragraphs, so I'd have to separate this into paragraphs. But it strips that and gets rid of it. So again, best case scenario, type into Blogger, put your information in there, create it in Blogger. You can copy it from Blogger to Word or to another format if you need that, but its best case scenario is to actually create it in Blogger. If you copy it from Word, you can copy and paste it in a notepad. You can paste it into the HTML code so that it gets rid of the formatting that Word puts in it. Let's look how easy it is to copy content from another web page. So let's open up a new tab. And I'll go to baseball. Let's find a story, game stories. I'll come down here, I'm going to select this content. Actually, I'm just going to select the paragraph content. So I'm going to paste this in here. Notice when I've copied and pasted it from a web page, this happens to have formatting with it as well. So when I go look at my HTML, I'm going to look down here and I can see that my span tag, because this content had a span tag with it, it's picking up the styles that were associated with that. So I'm going to go back to my compose. I'm going to grab this out of here, delete it, and this time I'm going to go into my HTML. I'm going to find the end of my paragraph here, and I'm going to paste it into my HTML. And this time it doesn't have that formatting. So again, sometimes if you copy and paste from another website and you put it in here, it carries that and keeps that formatting with it. So you just need to be careful when you're working in that. If you find that to be true, you can go into your HTML, you can copy and paste it into Notepad to clear out the extra formatting that comes with it. So to recap, when you're adding content in Blogger, again, the best case scenario is to actually add it directly into Blogger. If you're going to copy from Word or a web page or another source, you may have to strip the formatting or paste the information, paste the content directly into HTML. So just be careful when you're copying and pasting. Make sure that your content renders the way you want it to.